And for a look at what's trending online and on social media, we have Emerald Maxwell here, and you're going to take us back to our top story of the evening, the impending vote in the U.S. House of Representatives on Trump's impeachment.
Yes.
You've been looking at the reaction online. I'm sure people have a lot to say.
Yeah, and not least Trump, who he claimed he wouldn't be watching the proceedings, but he has been furiously tweeting. Apparently, he posted 45 tweets before noon, including this one, where he still maintains he did nothing wrong. And he said that this should never happen to another president again. There he is, and he asked Americans to say a prayer. This was after he sent Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, a very long and angry letter last night, where he aired his grievances about the impeachment, and it prompted a very big reaction online, predictably very divided along party lines. And here you have a cartoon by Randy Bish, which sort of summed up the letter as a sulky, childish taunt. Meanwhile, the New York Times fact-checked it earlier today, and they say that it contains 19 lies. But on the other hand, you have Newt Gingrich, Republicans like him who are staunch defenders, and they say that actually this letter should be essential reading for every American because it shows the dishonesty and falsehood in the impeachment process. And he goes as far as saying that Presidents Andrew Jackson and Abraham Lincoln would have been proud of it. In this cartoon, we see Nancy Pelosi telling Donald Trump, "We've been trying to impeach you for 2.5 years," over that phone call made last July, Donald Trump promptly answers him, "Here's a calendar, Merry Christmas." This, of course, referencing his line of defense that they've been trying to find any old excuse to get rid of him ever since he was elected. It's also been heating up on the House floor. We have Republican Congressman Barry Loudermilk. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Where are we? Barry Loudermilk says that Trump was being treated less fairly than Jesus when he was crucified, which this commentator probably echoes many when he says is completely insane. So people have been contrasting Trump's behavior with the behavior of the last president to be impeached, Bill Clinton, back in 1998, who several days before the vote to impeach him made this statement. Let's take a listen.
What I want the American people to know, what I want the Congress to know, is that I am profoundly sorry for all I have done wrong in words and deeds.
Yeah, big difference there with Bill Clinton admitting some fault in his actions. He was impeached over lying about an affair he had with a White House intern, lying under oath. That was the actual charge. Trump, on the other hand, has not admitted any fault. Perfect phone call.
Absolutely, the perfect phone call. Perfect conversation. But they are very different personalities. And actually, you have some people on Twitter, like this Democratic campaigner, Scott Dawkin, kind of trying to appeal to Trump's character. And he says, "I bet you if you tweeted out your resignation, it would be the most shared tweet of all time. Wouldn't that be worth it? Think of all the retweets and likes. Do it." But on the other hand, you have a lot of Republicans standing up for him. This guy is the head of the chairman of the group Trump Students. He says that 21 years ago, Democrat Congressman Jerry Nadler said that there must never be an impeachment supported by one of our major political parties and opposed by the other, and that today the House is voting in the first ever partisan impeachment in U.S. history. And that opinion is widely shared among Republicans, and particularly, this is the latest Gallup poll, which shows that overall support for impeachment has fallen by 6 points in America since the impeachment inquiry was first announced by Nancy Pelosi. It's now 46% support, but it's very divided. And whereas 85% of Democrats remain supportive of impeachment and removal, only 5% of Republicans agree.
And we're seeing that play out, expected to play out in the vote later today as well, with all Republicans lining up behind Trump and maybe two Democrats not voting for impeachment. But it is also expected to be divided, just as the American public.
Oh, exactly, and the reaction pretty much very, very, very divided.
There will be a lot to say online. Emerald Maxwell with today's Media Watch. Thank you so much.